Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we talk about how we create with our actions. We talk about so far how we create with our thoughts, with our words and our feelings, our emotions. And today we talk about how we create with our actions. And you might think, yeah, well, it's very obvious. Of course, we do something and then there's something that comes out of it. But it's not that simple, because how many times have you actually done a lot of things and you felt like you didn't get anywhere, just running in circles, and felt like you don't move forward, and you feel totally stressed out. You try to get more things done, be more productive, get a better output, and still you don't feel that anything is happening. And you're more, rather than being the conscious creator of your reality, you realize you're more like you're reacting to your circumstances, and you feel you're not in charge. You feel like you're just being thrown around, and you feel that life is not fair, life is hard, life is a battle, life is a fight. And so this is not how we create with our actions. In fact, we do create, but we don't create what we want. And this video, I want to share with you what I found out about taking action that actually gets you the result that you want. And so the reason is that we often don't get what we want is because our actions are a reaction. Our reactions are not the result of aligned thoughts, feelings and words. They are in fact the result of the noise in our head. So we once we align our thoughts, feelings and words, and then take the action out of this alignment, we are proactive. We are in the flow. We are acting with ease. And many of us, we basically just do the opposite. We have a lot of noise, a lot of stuff going on in our mind. We don't know what we feel, we don't know what we say, and we act out of this, and we make everything even worse. So think about a moment in your life when you realize that taking action, or the action that you took, created actually a bigger mess than if you wouldn't have done anything at all. And this is also a very important point, to realize that there are cycles. There's a rhythmic force to life, and this is a universal principle, the principle of rhythm. And so everything has its time. So there's a time for you to take action, and there's a time for you to rest, to reflect. And if you are in alignment, you will realize when this time of action is, and when there's a time where you shouldn't take action. And so creating with your actions is actually not that easy. If you think about it from this way, it is easy if you make it the action, the actual experience. So you have a thought, you have a feeling, you know what you say, you are in alignment, and out of this alignment you start to act. You take action because you feel this inner knowing. You know when it's time to take action, and this action will always create the desired results. And the action then itself is the experience. It's the experience of the desired reality. So when you are in a feeling of joy, you know what brings you joy. You have this image in your head. You know the feeling, and then you take action. You actually make this action the experience that is already the result of your thoughts. So action is never a means to get anywhere. It is the experience of what you already feel, of what you already think, and it is the manifested reality that you create for yourself by doing the thing. And in fact, it doesn't matter what you are doing. It doesn't matter where it is or how. It's just the presence, the awareness you have doing that thing that you do, and the level of deepening that you can reach while doing the thing. And it can be very daily work, like washing dishes or tidying up, or it can be being creative, it can be being productive, it can be in your work, it can be driving the car. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter what it is as long as it is in alignment. And even you have things that you don't like to do always, you can always come back to your inner alignment by taking a breath, taking a step back, resting a second, and then just allow things to happen and be okay with it. Be okay where you are, be okay with who you are and where you are right now, and know that you are enough. And out of this enoughness you can then be enough and do enough. And it doesn't need to be hard. Life is meant to be simple. Doesn't mean it's always easy, but it doesn't take much to live a good life, to live a happy life. And action is never of course you will, if you continuously do something, it will eventually get you somewhere. But if this action that you do is actually nothing you like, and it always creates pain inside of you, or conflict, or something like an inner resistance, this action will create more resistance, more conflict in your life, because the conflict, the action that brings you conflict and resistance is in fact the experience of your thoughts, of your feelings. And so maybe you can think about not taking this action, or you can try someone else to do it for you, or if you really have to do it, see it from in a bigger picture, like what you really want in life. Ask yourself, what do you want, and why you want it. Why do you want something? And think about the feeling that it will give you. If you want more money, you're not about for the money. You don't want the money. You want the feeling that a lot of money makes you feel. If you want to be healthy, you want to be feeling good. And if you want to have a relationship, it's the feeling that you want about this relationship. And then you take action. So let's say you want to have a relationship, you have the thought, you have the feeling, you know how you're going to feel when you have this relationship, and then you take the action. And by acting from the inside out, you're actually more in charge, you're proactive. You are the driving force. And when everything is aligned like an arrow directed in the same direction, there's no way to not get what you want. And it might not always arrive in the way that you expect it. And sometimes it's not about what you do, but the way you respond to a certain situation. There might be something that is offered to you, or a situation you didn't expect, a circumstance, or like a person that shows up. and this person, this situation invites you to do something which is out of your comfort zone, out of your original way of thinking. And if you're then aligned and know what you want and how you feel about it, then you take the right step, you take the right action. But if you are stuck in the old confusion, then actually taking the next step, the inspired action, is not your thing. You will be your old self is not able to take that step. Your old self is stuck in your old beliefs, and it will be hesitant and doubtful and has doubts and resistance. And before you know it, the situation is gone. So I had it in my own life that I took inspired action, and I also found that I often didn't take inspired action. So, for example, I took inspired action by when I did a hiking trip across the Alps, and I make a decision, I know how it's gonna feel, and all the actions that were required to get me there were actually part of the experience. And so it wasn't a big struggle to actually do the walking or the preparation, the getting the money to do the trip itself. It was all part of the same idea, same feeling, and it was one of the best trips of my life. Whereas in other situations I acted completely out of alignment, and the more I did, the worse it got. And like, I don't know, if you go to shopping and you don't have an idea what you want to buy, like a gift or something, and then you just run around, and I spend sometimes days and days just running around and don't know what I'm looking for, and end up wasting a lot of time and creating a lot of trouble for myself. This might be a minor example, but yeah, what are minor examples? I mean, it's daily life, and sometimes just waiting for the right opportunity, because you know it's gonna come, because you're in alignment and you know when it shows up it's your opportunity, then you will just act out of it. And so yeah, this is my daily video for the day. So before you take action, make sure you're in alignment. Sit 5 minutes down, take a breath, meditate, or write something down, or do whatever it helps you to reconnect to yourself, and then see what happens. And so rather than doing the wrong thing, it's better to not do anything. Be happy to be around yourself without the need to be active. So less doing, more being, and out of being creates, if you are in this state of being, I am, and out of this feeling, you will create the most wonderful experience, just like this, and it will not be hard. So with this being said, I will enjoy the nature here a bit more. This is the Indian Ocean, you can see it, and I will speak to you soon. Thanks for watching, and bye.